Hello, dear ones, dear brothers and sisters. Good morning from Israel, wherever you are in the world. It's beautiful to see you here. This channel still gets a lot of likes and quite many subscriptions. So thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. Thank you for showing up. Today I want to speak about a subject that is really alive with me, and it's about the releasing of the twin flame lava. Many of you know part of my personal story. Some of you have seen the videos of my twin flame here on this channel. And after a long period of time of coming back together and falling back apart, we already decided to reunite. We already felt that reunion and we wanted to reunite physically here in Israel, and then fear again was the one coming between us. And I realized that we both need to release completely each other. And it's somewhat of a contradiction when you talk about a twin flame love, because deep inside of you, you know that this connection cannot be separated. But the release is still something different than separation. The release is the letting go of the connection, of the energy that flows through that line, allowing that line, imagine that as a channel, as a tube that transmitting energy between you and your twin flame back and forth, an umbilical cord of sorts, withdrawing your own energy from that, your own expectations, the connection itself of what it means to you. It's love and it's energy and it's expectation and it's the hurt behind all of that. You're drawing back to you. You're emptying your side of that channel, and your partner needs to, or eventually will do the same, so that channel becomes empty. But the channel itself is still there. The connection still exists, and it can reignite and reunite at any time of your choosing. However, the journey itself invites us to draw back our energy, to recode it, understand it anew, find a new balance to it, and redefine it. So when we are both in that inner union, we can choose to send those signals again, to send the energy through that channel again. And there will be an invitation there, probably. There will be a sensing, I'm ready, or there will be some kind of a signal of a calling saying, I want to get that back, that connection. Now, because my twin flame and I have children, it helps me be certainly sure that I will be in contact and in connection with her. However, the last few weeks in particular, I have chosen to disconnect myself and to truly pull back the energy towards myself. And I will show you in a second how it can be done. To feel in my body and to feel with my energy my own body, and to allow myself to open up to reality and to creation again. When the separation started, or truly happened, the physical separation between me and my twin flame happened about a year ago, a bit over a year ago. And since then, I closed myself off. I didn't allow any other woman, almost any other person, to touch me. And I have carried that with me till this day. Having that energy, that space to myself, wanting to be with that and wanting to understand that. And now I'm feeling that I'm ready to reopen. Spring is out and it's inviting me with colors and sounds and smells to reconnect and to reconnect with everything. I want to be more in movement, and movement, by the way, is something that kept me sane through this period of separation. there was a period of time that I chose consciously to dance, to move my body every evening, every night before I went to bed. I did a meditation and then a dance, continuous dance for about an hour, sometimes an hour and a half, 2 hours every night. It helped me move the energy. The energy always needs to flow, always needs to be in movement. So it helped me move it from this area, the brain area that is condensing the energy, the thoughts, and thinking about the twin flame, and thinking about the separation, and thinking about the drama, and rolling those emotions and sending them through the body, and then it becomes stuck energy, it becomes pain. So I chose to move that every evening, to move that, and it helped me a lot. This is something that you can choose to do, and you will see the effects of it, the positive effects to it, really, really quickly. Just dance, just move your body every night for as much as you can and allow yourself. And I want to talk shortly about the importance of opening up, of releasing, first of all, that twin flame. The twin flame love, which is unconditional love, the reach out towards that level of unconditional love, the Christ consciousness, is prompting us, is inviting us, is even pushing us towards release of the old, towards release, always go beyond my own definition of love, your own definition of love. We've reached that cap and it fell apart. There was a separation, and after a period of time of grieving, of mourning, we need to find the inner power to move beyond and to push again the limits, to break through. That's the masculine energy, to break through and to move beyond towards our next level of evolution. And with that, the next level of the evolutionary state of unconditional love. And unconditional love, by definition, means I do not put a limit on my lover, not on my own love. When I put a limit on somebody else, I'm actually putting a limit on myself. But let's start with that significant other, with that divine love. When I'm limiting it, when I'm stretching it, when I'm putting it in it's a sort of a prison, when I'm saying you're only allowed to love me, or I only expect you to love me, or I only want you to love me. Of course, me as a human being with my egoistical conditions, I want my twin flame to love only me. But that needs to be released. The freedom has to be allowed. The freedom is in the core essence of all of that. So as much as I want to give myself freedom, I need to give the same freedom to the next person, to my significant other, to my twin flame lover, and to allow her that freedom of choice, of whatever she chooses at the right time and at the right moment to be the highest good for her. And to me, there's only continuing trusting in that we will lift up our own frequencies and meet in a higher state of frequency, a higher state of consciousness. Maybe, hopefully, but if not, I will do my part and I will allow her to do her part through her own experiences. Now that's difficult, but that's what my truths tell me, that's what is needed from all of us. And something that I've understood is that we cannot have all of our experiences through one person. At this time and this state, it's just impossible. Maybe one day when I will release more of my needs, when I will evolve to dimensions where I don't need to go through certain experiences, then I can focus on one person again. But right now, as much as I want to focus on one person, that one person doesn't want to focus on me. Even though I know that there's always that focus, there's always that attraction. We need to release, and we need to allow each other to go through our experiences with other people, to whatever extent that means. That is unconditional love. Allowing a person to go through their own experiences with whoever mirrors that, whoever meets them in that point. Because we have reached this harmonical state where my frequency, my vibration doesn't meet completely her vibration, and therefore I cannot reflect to her exactly what she needs, and she cannot reflect to me exactly what I need in the global scale of things. On some things she reflects to me, on other things she reflects pain, she reflects disharmony, and that is destructive. That doesn't allow me or her to evolve. So we need to see that, recognize that, know to step away from that energetically, first of all, and release that. That's the hard part. But when this is done, and it's again done by movement, by dancing, by refocusing, when this is done, we take back the power, we point back the energy towards ourselves, and then we need to open it up again to whoever wants to meet us without putting a frame on it. Now, how do you help that release? You use breathing, you use movement, you use creativity, and I know that this is a tough part. When we don't feel the passion, we don't feel creative. So we start by dancing, we start by committing to our own body, to our own mind, to our own heart, and we start by movement, as I've suggested, dancing. Another very good trick to do, but that requires focus and ability, or let's say it asks for practice, is to be able to consciously pull back my thoughts, my cloud, my thought frequency and radius especially. For a lot of time our mind is taking us, drifting us away towards that twin flame lover or that partner or that just lover, right? We move with our thoughts towards that. Maybe we go back and remember something in the past between us. Maybe we go with our minds asking ourselves, what are they doing? Maybe we even sense that. Something triggers us to sense and to feel and to think about that twin flame or just about that lover. And that point can be crucial because it can drain us and it can pull us back towards this harmony. So the key element is to recognize when that happened and to consciously make a shift and to pull back my thought frame towards myself, towards my body. Taking a deep breath and really sensing how I'm pulling my energy back towards myself and recentering it. Feeling myself being pulled from the crown chakra up to the heavens and from my base chakra down to earth. That stretch, that pull is refocusing my energy, channeling it just in my space, in my sphere. It's really, it sounds easy, but you can sense the gravity and the power in it, and it needs to be practiced. Practiced again and again to consciously pull yourself back towards yourself whenever you feel your senses take you outside, too far out. Come back to yourself. Feel your body. That's another good and important thing, is to feel the body and have gratitude for the body. When we do a sort of meditation, we can be grateful for the body. Before we eat and drink, we can stop and be grateful for the body. Be with the tastes of things, be with the touch and sense of things. When we do yoga or when we dance, we can be grateful for the body. We can hold ourselves, touch ourselves, feel ourselves. This is why it is important, because I am concentrating on myself. I'm refocusing on myself, not on that significant other. I'm pulling back that energy. Remember, I am emptying that channel between me and my lover. I'm pulling back that energy by refocusing on myself, touching myself, loving myself, sensing myself, working with my own body. And then at one point, there needs to be a shift in consciousness, understanding I need to release that person. He or she has to be free, for my own freedom depends on that. And through that beautiful connection of the twin flame, I understand that I need to release and to allow that to evolve. For as long as I'm holding it, I'm using old patterns, I'm using old dynamics to hold that vibration intact in space, in place. And then it cannot transform. If I'm holding the same frequency and if I'm emitting the same frequency, how would it change? I need to release that, to come back to myself and to find a new frequency of love and of expression inside myself. And what am I doing actually? Right, I'm releasing the past, I'm reconnecting with my inner child, I'm moving to a higher state of frequency, to a more abundant state of frequency, a more expanded space. And then I become so full of it. After I pulled it back to myself and I've done the inner work, I'm becoming so full of it that I have to expand and I have to start releasing it. And I have to allow that to touch others and to allow others to touch me, either mentally, emotionally, or physically, or hopefully all three and much more. And that's another break point of allowing, at least this is what I'm feeling, allowing somebody else to come close to me and to touch me, and allowing myself to gracefully touch somebody else, maybe intimately even. It's coming to that sense that I am allowed, that I give myself that freedom. I give the other one that freedom too. Gosh, I want to touch my twin flame on all levels. But right now, I have received, more than right now, I have received constantly that no, 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 or that yes, and then that no. And I have to respect that. For that is a sign, a signal that I need to pull that back to myself and change the frequency. And then open up and then invite. And whoever wants to come will come. Just like the flower opening up and inviting all the different bugs and all the butterflies. And it doesn't say just that butterfly over there with the blue and yellow wings. I want only that one to touch me and to expand me and to take me to the other levels and to the next life. This is again putting a limitation on reality. As a creator, putting a limitation on your creation. And that's not what this energy and journey is about. It is about evolving and becoming more and expanding that and finding that love and connection to everything around. To solids, to the woods, to the air, to sound. Channeling those frequencies, allowing them to vibrate inside myself and together with me. So, hope this was useful. Leave me a comment, ask a question. Through your questions and your comments, I can refocus myself on what's needed there and what other information, other tips I can deliver. Thank you for being here. Spread this around, press the like button, do whatever you want, enjoy life and enjoy your body.